Westwood TV, up in the UK, chilling with my man DMX. What's up, dog?
I'm good, man. You know, we just got off the radio. You know, we did our motherfucking thing.
Good to see you, man, because you're straight family, dog. Come on, let's not front about this. Do you know what I mean? We go back many years,
It's been, exactly. It's been a few years since I've been here. But it's just like I seen him. It's just like I seen you like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
Nothing never changes, man. That's why I like f***ing real people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
When you with real people, you ain't gotta worry about changing. You ain't gotta worry about acting funny next time you see him or no extra. It's always gonna be the same thing every time you see me.
What I respect about you is you keep your passion, man. You keep your emotion, you know?
Well, I mean, at this stage in the game, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
You know, that's gonna get me where I need to be. You know how I feel about it. And I feel strongly about this, man. They ain't gonna let a mother take it from me.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I mean?
Yeah, man. You're out there fighting, man, just representing the struggle.
Yep. I mean, I gotta follow it. I got real people that recognize. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So all that, you know, in the presence of the truth, the bullshit disappears. Oh,
Come on, man.
Put the R on top of the R.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly, man.
You know, that's the double R. You know?
Tell us about Rough Riders. What does Rough Riders mean? Come on, man.
Rough Riders, double R. You know what I mean? We ride rough. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just no rap label or group of that put together some MCs and shit. You know what I'm saying? We real from the streets doing real things. Look around and you won't get found. Trust me. You know what I mean? It's straight like that. We're a group of brothers that no longer want to be or do the things that we had to do to get money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, the talent, let's do this. And we did it. You know what I'm saying? But we are street.
Oh, no doubt. And you represent the dude from the street.
Yeah.
Straight up street cat.
I am the hood. I am the street. You yes. Hey, yo, this is Top Dog Brand Champ, DM motherfucking X, and you checking out Westwood TV. You turn that channel, and I'm gonna break your fucking fingers, all right?
It's Westwood TV, chilling out with the most realest dog in the whole game, the guy who reinvented the game, the guy who put it on there, man. I mean, you came out at a time when it was all shiny suits, it was all like sparkly shoes.
You know, their best year ever.
Exactly.
And I'm the only artist to date with 2 platinum albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what did they do? They sold the company. They invited me into a house and they sold it. Yeah, I am mad. You know what I mean? Go right, I'm mad. I feel betrayed, man, but it. You know what I mean? It's a business and I'm gonna carry it like a business. But my music is still my fucking music. And you play my music, you play on my life. You play on my life, nigga, you gonna disappear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, things are definitely changing there, man.
Yeah, they got a whole new staff now, so I gotta go in and see what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you got issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry, dog?
The industry is full of a bunch of dick-sucking, dick-riding, bending over the desk ass niggas, straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it, nigga. Bring it. I don't give a fuck. Bring it. Bring it, bitch. They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives' dicks, and it's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my motherfucking music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and shit like that, and you know all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give my money. That's it. A lot of the love I had for wanting to be a part of the industry is not there anymore. I don't even associate myself with the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. You know?
And you've always stood alone, and you know, bloodline.
I don't hang with niggas. I'm not. You're not gonna see me at every party, every industry party, all the clubs. I go somewhere quiet, man. Shoot pool with me and my mans and them. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that's the type of shit I do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my remote control cars, jump on the 4-wheelers. You know what I mean? I ain't with all that in the club shit, throwing it up and all that bullshit. I ain't got time for that shit, man. And then you find yourself doing the same shit every fucking day. What are you, a fucking alcoholic? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Give it a fucking break, man. Live a little. You know what I mean? I play with my kids, man. I play with my toys, I play with my dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? We go somewhere, shoot pool. We do what the fuck we do. You know what I mean? That's why you see us in places that you don't normally see. Niggas like, damn, why you here? Well, I'm here because why are you here, motherfucker? You here playing video games? I then. Fuck. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers had the nerve to tell me one time, I said, yo, why I can't have 2 videos playing at the same time? Oh, because we don't want your videos to compete with each other. But then I turn on the motherfucking TV. I ain't gonna say no artist names, but they got 3 videos back to back.
Exactly.
I'm like, you feeding me fucking bullshit, and you sucking these niggas' dicks all crazy, man. Fuck is wrong with you? Yo, I had to punch one nigga in his face up there, man. After that, I was like, I'm not going to the office no more.
Is that how it went down?
Yeah. Cause I'm a grown ass motherfucking man, and I ain't got time to be playing no kid games, man. So once I see I'm not dealing with a man and he disrespects me, I'm break his fucking jaw.
Exactly. You keep it mad straight up in there.
Straight up. Now we get down, nigga. Fuck, man. Niggas know they don't fuck with me. Niggas talk all that shit they want to. I'm good. Nigga ain't even got within 2 feet with a knife, nigga. You can't be serious. Nigga ain't even tried to. Fuck out of here, man. Niggas know y'all fucking with. It's bigger than rap, bitch. Bigger than rap, nigga. And you know who the fuck I'm talking to, nigga. You only alive because of me, motherfucker. You only alive because of me, you fucking. Yeah, remember Chicago. That's all I'ma say, Lo. Remember Chicago, nigga. You only alive because of me, you fucking bitch. Fuck out of here.
Who are you talking about, dog?
He know what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
What I'm talking about. He knows who the fuck I'm talking about. Chicago. Same flight. You know who the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. You only alive because of me. You seen them 10 trucks parked in front of the motherfucking airport? That wasn't for you. That was for me. You got found in the back of one of them motherfuckers, bitch. I let you live. By the grace of God. You know what
I mean, let's not front. You roll crew deep. I mean but like your crew is deep. I mean, I've seen you come through, man.
We got walls all over the place, but we ain't even got to be deep, man, because we walk a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas recognize real niggas, man. And a real nigga is not gonna go through the trouble of trying a real nigga, because he know a real nigga will get down just like he get down, and he don't want that headache. He rather push up on a soft ass nigga. Yo, son, what's up, man? Hold something. I mean, he start telling niggas fucking like that. You spot a bitch nigga from a mile away and carry him just like that. You know what I mean? Real niggas recognize real niggas, man. And we give each other that 3 feet. You know, unless you just want to go hard, then fuck it. We all go hard. Ain't nothing to it, you know what I mean? Come on, man. You can't be serious, man. Knuckles black as a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? I will knock a nigga the fuck out. Straight like that. But I'm a peaceful man. I don't want to fight. I don't even like to fight. But I will fuck you up. Hey, yo, this is Top Dog Grand Champ. DM motherfucking X. Hey, you checking out Westwood TV. Check it out, all right, Bato?
So that's the way it's going down, you know what I mean? DMX up in the spot, you know what I mean? Keeping it mad real.
Always. You know? I appreciate, the love you show me, you know what I'm saying, the respect you give me, and every time I come out here, I'm gonna with you, dog.
That's fam, baby.
That's what's up.
That's fam, baby.
That's what's up.
I appreciate that, dog.
All right?
You've got a mad fan base. Cats always come out and support. Cats love you like that. Your music influences them. They get through their lives listening to your music.
Exactly. So many people come to me and say, yo, this one song got me through this rough time, or, remember that family was, listen to a certain song when he died, and every time they hear that song, it reminds them, it's like, yo, I touch people. All that, pull your titties out, shake your ass.
Tonight, the South facing a disaster nightmare.
Watch it coming! Yep, I see it.
More than 50 reported tornadoes since Sunday.
All I heard was like a loud roaring sound and a lot of cracking sound.
In Louisiana, Willie Grayson's family was watching an Easter service on TV
Dinner table was here.
when the tornado struck.
I'm getting the kids, telling them to get under the bed. I'm yelling for my wife. She's screaming, the roof coming off. She runs, trying to run to me, and then the whole roof flew up.
This home ripped right off its own foundation, stopping drivers in their tracks after being tossed into the road. NBC's Blaine Alexander is in Georgia.
All of a sudden, I heard that train noise. Get in the closet. Front end of the trailer was coming up.
With you inside.
But us both inside.
Got a funnel cloud right here in front of me.
In Mississippi, a tornado so powerful, radar captured debris thrown up to 60 miles away.
The damage these storms leave behind forces an incredibly tough call. How to enforce stay-at-home orders for a virus when hundreds have no house to go home to.
We would typically go to a school gymnasium or something like that we'd set up a shelter. So we're trying to get people into hotel rooms.
In Alabama, those stay-at-home orders suspended. Images inside storm shelters capturing people doing whatever they can to social distance.
And tonight, this storm system that caused so much damage here has now taken a turn and is heading north of the eastern seaboard, where it could cause even more problems.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist. No astronaut launches for space with their fingers crossed. That's not how we deal with risk. What I learned from 21 years as an astronaut is that the more you know, the less you fear. The reason I wanted to do this masterclass is to share the hidden depths of purpose that are behind space exploration.
The largest nuclear explosions in history. 7 years after dropping atomic weapons over the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the United States detonated the world's first thermonuclear weapon, the hydrogen bomb, on November 1st, 1952. The test occurred on Eniwetok Atoll in the Pacific, and the device, codenamed ID Mike, yielded an explosion equivalent to the destructive power of 10.4 megatons of TNT. It was 1,000 times more powerful than conventional nuclear devices of the time. Edward Teller, a physicist and ardent supporter of the development of the hydrogen bomb, was able to detect the detonation 5,000 miles away, in Berkeley, California, by observing a seismometer which detected the blast shock waves moving through the Earth. Codenamed Castle Bravo, the United States' first test of a dry-fuel hydrogen bomb took place on March 1st, 1954. Detonated at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands, Castle Bravo is the most powerful nuclear device ever tested by the United States, with a yield of 15 megatons of TNT. The explosion, far larger than the expected yield of 4 to 8 megatons, coupled with shifting winds, resulted in widespread radioactive contamination of the area and adverse conditions for the native people who lived there. The 1957 novel On the Beach was inspired by the Castle Bravo test and depicted a world dying of radiation after an atomic war. Just 1 month later, on March 27, 1954, the United States continued their Operation Castle nuclear tests with Castle Romeo, the first test of the TX-17 thermonuclear weapon. Castle Romeo, also detonated at Bikini Atoll, was a weaponized dry fusion bomb that again exceeded original expectations for total explosive yield. Romeo was the first nuclear test conducted on a barge, which was necessary because the explosions were blowing vast holes in the natural reefs of the islands. Originally expected to produce a yield of 4 megatons, Castle Romeo was the third largest test ever detonated by the United States, producing a blast of 11 megatons. That same year, Castle Yankee was the codename given to a test weapon detonated at Bikini Atoll on May 5, 1954. The Runt-2 nuclear device used partially enriched lithium fuel for the fusion stage and yielded a 13.5 megaton blast. The yield was still greater than predicted due to the enriched fuel and fast fission of the natural uranium tamper within the device. Ending a 2-year moratorium on nuclear testing between the United States and Soviet Union, the Soviet Union conducted its largest and most intensive battery of nuclear tests ever in 1961. On October 23, 1961, in the Novaya Zemlya area of the Western Arctic, a weapon producing 12.5 megatons was detonated in test number 123. Novaya Zemlya is a pair of islands between the Barents Sea and the Kara Sea that measure 32,000 square miles in area, or about the size of the state of South Carolina. Many thermonuclear tests during this period were conducted on or around these islands, the largest of which occurred on October 30th, 1961. The Tsar Bomba was the most powerful nuclear weapon ever created by mankind and yielded a 50 megaton blast. That's over 1,350 times more powerful than the combined energy of the bombs that destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Tsar Bomba was so big that it required a specially modified Tu-95V bomber to carry it, and the device was outfitted with a parachute to slow its descent long enough to prevent the release and observer planes from being destroyed in the blast. The explosion was so devastating that its shockwave damaged windows over 550 miles away, and the flash was so bright that it could be seen from more than 620 miles away. The following year, on August 5, 1962, 1962, another incredibly large Soviet thermonuclear test delivered a blast of 21.1 megatons. Test number 147 was an airdrop test that detonated 11,800 feet above sea level at the Novaya Zemlya test location. That's 7 times as high as the Willis Tower in Chicago. On September 25th and 27th of 1962, 2 hydrogen weapons were tested yielding 19.1 and 20 megaton blasts, respectively. Again tested at Novaya Zemlya, test number 173 and 174 were airdropped and detonated at an altitude of about 13,000 feet. Just weeks after these tests, the United States would discover the presence of nuclear-armed Soviet missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. This sparked the 13-day military standoff and naval blockade known as the Cuban Missile Crisis.
In the interest of international peace and security, all concerned should refrain from any action which may aggravate the situation and bring with it the risk of war.
Nuclear catastrophe was narrowly avoided when Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev offered to remove the missiles from Cuba in exchange for the U.S. promising not to invade the island and removing their nuclear weapons from strategic locations in Turkey. The second largest nuclear test in history, also conducted by the Soviets, took place on Christmas Eve, 1962. It was a thermonuclear fusion bomb delivered via an intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM. It yielded 24.2 megatons and had a destruction radius of about 6 miles, or about a quarter of the size of Los Angeles. Test number 219 was one of the last atmospheric nuclear tests conducted by the Soviet Union. Less than a year later, on August 5, 1963, the governments of the Soviet Union, United Kingdom, and United States signed the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. This prohibited all test detonations of nuclear weapons in the atmosphere, outer space, or underwater, and was designed to slow the arms race and stop the excessive release of nuclear fallout into the Earth's atmosphere. Underground tests were still permitted under the treaty and continued until September 10, 1996, when the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty was adopted by the United Nations General
Hello, everyone. This is Trout Fishing Germany. It's May 16th, and it's pike opening day. And I've been looking forward to this day, like from beginning of the year at least. This is, in fact, trout and grayling river. The pike, which are there, they're really beautiful. They're strong. They grow fast. They're big because they have so much to eat. They feed on the grayling and on the trout. If you have an idea where to look for them, you can have a lot of fun. Those pike are really strong, as I said. Really looking forward to it. So, yeah, let's see.
What a beast.
That's a good fish right there.
Yes. That's a beast. That's a... Holy shit. No.
Oh, fuck. He didn't set the hook. Someone... Crystal Keith said he didn't set the hook. I've been typing and just handling other shit. I should be watching. I'm just here to watch. It's not a show. And yes, even as a guy, Crystal Keith, it's 99% is great. You get a fish that big. I mean, let's see if he gets it. No one knows if he's got his net. Oh, fuck. The fish wins? Bad video, JB. Bad video. No, he's got it. There we go. Boom. Fuck everyone. That's a big pike. Holy fuck. Shit.
Oh my God.
It's going to be
Really?
22, 25 pounds.
God, look how big it is. Holy shit. Oh my God. Absolutely crazy fight.
So, this is not a pre-spawn pike. This is very simply an extremely fat pike.
Okay, doing my pike recipe, Canadian pike recipe, February recipe. This is pike that I caught through the ice. I've filleted it up. It's boneless. So the easy way to remember it is Feb. So it's flour, egg, and cornflakes. So you take your egg, you whip it all up. Take your pike, just lightly coat it with flour. And the drier the pike is, the better when you're frying it. So by rights, you should have your pan ready. I like using margarine. I'm not much for butter, but butter seems to work too, but margarine seems to cook this really well. So as you can see, the pike fillets were quite thick, so you got a good grain. They're gonna be very, very flaky. And also another good note to do when you catch your pike is actually bleed it on the ice so that it turns a lighter color. Because if you don't bleed it, you get more blood in it. And
Hit pause. I know I have a small crowd here, and I'm not trying to do a show, but I'm sure this guy knows what he's doing, except he just used margarine, and I will not put up with margarine ever. It's better to use dirty cooking oil than it is to use margarine.
So this is a flint and steel. The nice thing about this is it has a steel attached. If it didn't, we could use a pocket knife.
to strike it. This one has a keychain, sort of little chain on it. And let me turn my light off so I have a better idea of what it looks like. So when you strike your flint, you're going to get a spark, like that. What I like to do is put my tip of my flint on the tinder and throw a spark into it. Some people will also hold the steel on top of the flint and draw it away, like that. That way you're not disturbing your tinder. We have some ignition. So what I'm trying to do is get the fire going up. And what's happening is, there we go. What's happening is the fire's on top. It has nothing to burn up to. So if I turn it, I get a little more fuel on top, and I give it a little air too. So we're giving it some leaves and some grass. While that's going, we'll keep it going. So you want to have your fire structure set up so that once it's lit, you really don't have to work to make it keep going. The reason I build it in a teepee style is because, just like before when I was tilting the fire up, fire likes to burn up. If you have all your wood up like this, it gives it a great opportunity to catch because it's burning up. I'm gonna get a little more of this stuff on. So without using any artificial stuff except for the flint and steel, we used cedar and we used grass. That's how you can get a fire started.
Oh shit. Farm right up here. No, please don't hit that farm. Holy. That's a violent tornado. Oh my god. That's the most violent motion oh my god. Get across the road right up here. Oh no! It's hitting that farm! No! Oh no! Oh no! Come on. Be okay. Man, oh no, there's the lines. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god.
Blood of Jesus, Ace Christ. I've got it perfect position.
Where's the 5D at?
My hand.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication. I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication. I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication.
The 110-story World Trade Center towers were designed to withstand the impact of a commercial jetliner. Yet within 2 hours of the attacks, both collapsed. So why did the Twin Towers fail so disastrously and so quickly? Under public pressure, the U.S. government commissions a $16 million investigation from the National Institute of Standards and Technology in an attempt to explain the structural failures of the towers. They examine the debris from the disaster, run hundreds of computer simulations, and conduct extensive lab tests. The official government report into the Twin Towers tragedy only tackled events on the initial impact floors, not the physics behind the subsequent collapse. It left the field wide open for conspiracy theorists who point to the unexpectedly rapid collapse amid reports of explosions. Nuclear chemist Dr. Frank Greening was also surprised that the towers collapsed so quickly.
I watched this whole thing unfold like everybody did. And then, of course, the South Tower collapses. The top section just crushes the lower section. A little later, the North Tower does the same thing. And I'm just shocked, horrified. And I say to myself, how did this happen?
Greening felt that until the mechanics of the collapse were properly understood, the fanatical rumors would simply not go away. He decided to calculate whether the towers would collapse under their own weight, without the need for explosives.
First thing I felt needed to be cleared up was, could the building collapse the way we saw it, or did it actually need help from explosives, as some people were suggesting? I really threw myself into 9/11 research, and I decided I wanted to apply science, physics to studying this problem. I set up a computer program based on momentum transfer to look at each impact of each floor.
Greening's momentum transfer program calculated the weight of the buildings above the impact floors. He discovered that if one floor failed, the weight of the higher floors would cause each floor below to give way exactly as seen. As the impacts were on different floors, the simulation would need to account for the differing mass above each. There were 15 floors above the impact point in the North Tower, and 22 floors above the South Tower. Frank's calculations would also need to prove that the floors below each impact point would disintegrate in a manner that looks similar to a controlled demolition.
I ran the program. It showed that the buildings, when it did come down, even more interesting was the computer program predicted the collapse times.
The North Tower falls in 13 seconds. But with a greater number of floors above the impact site of the South Tower, it takes only 11 seconds.
Once the building started to collapse, there was no stopping it. It was a juggernaut. The mass of the upper block in the North Tower was equivalent to the mass of the Titanic. It's about 38,000 tons.
This has become the defining moment of the 21st century, and these images are among the most famous and shocking ever taken. But at the time, no one realized that a second phase of the tragedy would soon happen. The complete collapse of the towers. A total of 2,818 people died. In a documentary first broadcast last December, many of the reasons for the collapse were uncovered. But since then, disturbing new evidence has come to light.
I think the building was a death trap. For a lot of reasons.
It's very tough. I mean, it just deepens the tragedy of that day, that some of the elements could be predicted in advance, and we could have done something about them.
This isn't just an aesthetic thing. This is designed to protect people's lives.
While no one doubts the blame for the tragedy lies squarely with the terrorists who caused it, it now seems that at least some of the loss of life could have been prevented before one of the world's premier buildings was reduced to this. Within days of the collapse, the steel skeleton of the two gigantic towers began arriving in this New Jersey scrapyard. As each piece was brought from lower Manhattan, huge grappling machines struggled to cope with lumps of metal that weighed over twice as much as the trucks used to transport them. The very ground shook as they fell just a few feet.
Stop now at the next exit, the next convenience store. Go into a business that will let you in. If you know anybody that maybe doesn't have electricity and cannot watch us or listen to us, make a call. If they live in Tuscaloosa, they live in North Point, they have a child on the campus of the University of Alabama, call them and tell them now to go into a certain place around one of the buildings around the University of Alabama campus. If they're close to North Point, across the river, it's the same thing. This is a large wedge tornado that is live on our tower cam atop the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse, and this is making a beeline for downtown Tuscaloosa. Velocities continue to be almost maxed out. The delta on the radar is about 150 knots. And again, this is a very serious situation. So if you are watching us in Tuscaloosa, in Northport, and again, the trembling thing we see are people that are driving down there in that sky camp down on Lurley Boulevard. If you're listening to us, I'm good. Don't pull over and get on the bridge. Just stop at the next exit into a gas station, a convenience store. That's pretty big. And again, this is the signature coming up the Tuscaloosa.
See something that looks like a tornado.
Tuscaloosa, downtown Northport. This is Interstate 59. 4920. That's Interstate 359. This is McFarland Boulevard. The Woolsey Fidel Bridge here. The William King, the King Bridge is right here. And this is
Okay, yeah, I gotta go. Sorry.
This thing is coming right up toward town. So, and while we do this, again, don't forget the other issues. Sullivan,
I don't think we're gonna miss it. It's right there.
Mud Springs, Sipsey, Empire, Corner, Warrior, Points North. Being a safe place. We have 3 tornadoes, Jason. And this one is the one we're watching live right now, but all the other ones will look just like this. This thing is probably wrapped in rain. The Coleman tornado that you saw earlier was not wrapped in rain. That was an extremely violent storm that came through downtown Coleman. This tornado looks like it might be rain wrapped.
Tell me if there's a cup. I'm not going to be looking.
And sometimes you can't tell exactly how wide that is, but based on John Oldshoe's live stream, when it came up through northern Greene County and the other reports we've had, this thing is clearly a large, violent tornado that is down on the ground. So we're calling a tornado emergency for Tuscaloosa and Northport. It'll be also mentioned there's a new tornado warning for the southwest, and we're not going to worry about that at this point. We've got the fires. The new tornado in New York and Suffolk County moving northeast at 55.
It probably is a fire. It's lightning.
It does include parts of Greene County, but again, this is this new storm down here. So that's tornado number 1, tornado number 2, tornado number 3.
I'm thinking we could take 10th all the way down to 69. Don't even go to downtown
Tuscaloosa County, and that's the one on the tower cam. Let's take the tower cam full. And from here on out, we're just going to ride with this thing.
Oh my God! Look at that fire!
Zoom in. Is operating the camera, and we've been through this rodeo before earlier today with a tornado. And again, it looks like that
is raging.
Yeah. I hope that's not oil. Maybe picking up dust from some of the.
If that's not oil, we need to get the fuck out of Tuscaloosa. On oil makes jet fuel.
Sometimes it can get up underneath that first layer.
So what do you mean? Like, why would we have to get out of Tuscaloosa?
That's a look at
because of how big their explosions are.
Large tornado.
And how big do you think it would be?
In fact, it looks like the wall
about half nuclear. So this is why we're going towards it right now. Yeah. I'll take a left on 10th. Oh, I guess we will see if it's on oil. Yeah.
It seems to have brightened up a little bit underneath here, but I think there is a tornado right in there. You can see where the curve
is. That has to be a tornado.
It looks like there's debris down there. There's a debris cloud that extends up that far, so we might have an invisible funnel.
I get Greensboro.
A little bit of area that's invisible there. Look at that. We have multiple vortex tornado on the ground. There it is. You can see the multiple vortexes.
We're standing on the road.
And we'll get that thing centered.
This has got to be it.
Vortex tornado that is almost.
I know we got 2 things to look at.
Tuscaloosa, and again, you should have been in your safe place 20 minutes.
It doesn't look like anything's on the ground over there. But
at the last minute on the radio, get into a safe place right now. Small underground if you can.
If it's anywhere, it's right there. I want to go after the fire. I want to go after the tornado. We can hit both. We can hit 69, but I feel like that's more directly in its path.
Another one that's passing
from downtown, because they said it's going straight towards downtown.
County is moving from Sipsey and Empire. I don't know what's debris. Look at the debris in that. Zoom in tighter, Jason.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten the fire on the news yet. It's 2 places. There's 2 fires.
Go down in state history. And all you know is pray for those.
We gotta check out this fire, dude. That's on oil.
This is a large, violent tornado coming up on downtown Tuscaloosa. Be in a safe place right now. And if we called the name of your community in any of the other tornadoes, the same thing. You know, we're not able to show every single one of them live on television like that. That thing's huge. That is, it's still 3 or 4 miles.
We're about to get a good. Here, go here. Yep.
Here. And again, the camera, for those of you that are watching maybe for the first time, this is on top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. Where the backup lenses out. It's not so shaky, but look at that, right? And this thing is still southwest of downtown Tuscaloosa. Moving north.
That's southwest of downtown Tuscaloosa. There it is. Yes, that is.
The last time we had one like that in that part
that thing looks like you can see debris in the air. That thing is half a mile wide.
Destroyed so much.
We go up to 35th Street and turn around.
But again, that is a huge.
Well, let's get behind it.
Tornado that is moving right up on downtown Tuscaloosa.
That thing is massive. Holy sh!
These other radar signatures. That's what you're going to get today.
I wish these trees would go away.
Today, this is really unclear here. So it's a career time day.
Slow down.
Reminiscent of the outbreaks of the 70s. the Super Bowl break of '74. So if you're just joining us now, we're starting to see the flashes.
There freaking is. Oh my god. Okay, speed up.
Our company's infrastructure. But again, that is something that you pray that you never, ever, ever see.
All right, we're coming up to the police department's gonna be up here, so we need to go faster. It's coming right at us. No, keep straight, keep straight. Yes, keep straight. We can come up behind it later. That thing is... Jesus Christ. Go, Chandler. Jesus. Never in my life will I see this again. Oh my god. Hey, roll down your back window. Yeah, pretty much. But keep going. I would definitely keep going. I would definitely keep going. Chandler, do not go back that way. Nate, film it. I am. There's two of them. We need to go that way. No, Chandler, god damn it, go back. We're fine. Chandler, go the fuck back. I'm not kidding. We don't know if this thing can change directions. We're not experts. It's crossing the interstate right where we were. Oh my god. You can see huge debris. Chandler, chill out for a second. Let's just sit right here. We're good right here. Shelly's gotta get safe. Oh my god, yeah, we're semi-good now. Oh my god. That thing is destroying everything. Let's go right over the main switch. Bad idea. Go. Alright. We're about to cross the interstate right where it crossed. Where are you planning on going right now? Look at that. Oh my god, look at that damage. Look at that, right underneath the... Look at this, look over there. I'm zoomed in close. I didn't get any of it. Look at that. Oh no, that's from the... light poles down on the road. This thing can't focus quick enough. That went right through Summer Place. I don't give a shit about how high it's like that. Look over there. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's Shelly at Summer Place. Right. Oh my god. I don't even know if we're going to be able to. Yes, I'm getting there. We're doing mini storage. You're good. Mini storage is good. This is Twister shit. This is Twister shit. recognize this place, and I've driven up and down this. We can't get there.
God damn it.
See if you can hop right through there, and
That's the power lines.
yeah, but you got rubber tires. Look at this. Oh my god. Is there another way? Yeah, let's go behind. There's a road that connects to where the mini storage is. It goes behind University Village. Come on.
Get in.
Come on.
Oh my God, my dog.
Are you okay? Hey, are people okay?
I don't know. I can't.
Nate, we gotta
I can't call nobody.
go.
We gotta get up.
Each other.
Oh my God, y'all. Can I use your phone?
Yeah.
My phone. Oh my God.
It just went right through.
What number you need?
It just went right through the.
911. Somebody.
Guys, the police are all over the place.
Oh my God, my dog dead. Oh my God. Can you
Nate, we gotta like there's tons of people out there.
I know.
Can you? I can't do nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. 826 46 45
We need to.
7.
Actually, I'll try to.
Y'all, I believe people stuck. I believe it.
What? People are stuck?
I'm screaming help. And I hear people screaming.
All right, let's see if we can get down that road.
Look, you were finding this right here. Look, grab my backpack.
Come on.
Get in.
Come on.
Oh my God, my dog.
Are you okay? Hey, are people okay?
I don't know. I can't.
Nate, we gotta
call nobody.
go.
We
gotta get up.
each other.
Oh my God, y'all. Can I use your phone?
Yeah.
My phone. Oh my God.
It just went right through.
What number you need?
It just went right through the.
911. Somebody.
Guys, the police are all over the place.
Oh my God, my dog dead. Oh my God. Can you
Nate, we gotta like there's tons of people out there.
I know.
Can you? I can't do nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. 826 46 45
We need to.
7.
Actually, I'll try to.
Y'all, I believe people stuck.
Don't do love, don't do friends. I'm only after success. Don't need a relationship. I'll never solve the migrant. Don't want cash, don't want card, want it fast, want it hard. Don't need money, don't need fame. I just want to make a change. I just wanna 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 change. I know exactly what I want and who I want to be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh. One track mind, one track heart. If I fail, I'll fall apart. Maybe it is all a test. Cause I feel like I'm the worst, so I always act like I'm the best. If you are not very careful, your possessions will possess you. TV taught me how to feel. Now real life has no appeal. It 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 has no appeal. I know exactly what I want and who I want to be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Crawl from the wreckage one more time. Horrific memories with the mind. Dark, blooded, cold, and hard to turn. Path of destruction. Feel it burn. Still life. Incarnation. Still life. Infamy. Hallucination. Heresy. Still you run. What's to come? What's to be? Cause we hunt you down with our mercy. Hunt you down all night very long. Feel our breathe upon your face. Feel our chips every move we trade. Hunt you down with our mercy. Hunt you down all night very long. Yeah. Looks, runs, and you crawl again, but your luck runs out time. Cause we hunt you down with our mercy. Hunt you down all night very long. Feel our breathe upon your face. Feel our chest every move we trade. Hunt you down with our mercy. Hunt you down all night very long. Yeah. Looks, runs, and you crawl out again, but your luck runs out time. down with a mercy. Hunt you down all night very long, yeah. Lord, I crawl again till love runs out. Love runs out.
All right, folks, we're going to transition. Nick Daniels makes an interesting point. I don't think there is a virus. I do not know anyone personally, or I've been asking, who has the fucking COVID-19. That's all I'll say about that. Myself personally, why? Dismiss. So that's all I can say about that. Personally, I don't know anyone, not that I'm the most popular person on the planet, but I know enough folks, and yeah, I don't know anyone who has the COVID-19. So with all that being said, I'm going to cut non-show. Nick says, you saw, I've been watching David Icke. I was 20. He's probably one of the main focal points of why I woke up to how the world really fucking works. Deborah Tavares says the same thing. Deborah Tavares, you can hear, she has a website called .net, and you can see and listen to Deborah Tavares most frequently, at least from my perspective. You could watch her on Alex Jones, or also NutriMedical Report, NUTRImedical.com, NutriMedical Report on YouTube. Fantastic show. Very controversial, but a very fantastic show. Nick Daniels says Deborah Tavares is visibly upset in her latest video. I'm going to have to watch that. Maybe I'll play. You know what I'll do? Here's what I'm going to do. What I am going to do, I should say. I should be able to speak properly as the host of a, although modest but decent YouTube channel. I should just be able to speak properly. So I apologize if I misspeak or if I slur or if I trip in my own saliva, which sometimes in my mouth. That sounds really gay. Oh, God. All right. So with all that being said, I'm going to go join Blackie Fitzpatrick on his Facebook channel because he's banned from YouTube, just like yours truly almost is. And then I am going to do a real show later on, depending on what we talk about and figure out, because we share kind of the same audience, so it's not apropos to step on each other's toes kind of thing. But I'll be back on YouTube. Is going to be Deborah Tavares, apparently not doing so well in her latest video, which worries me because one of the most vocal proponents of this anti-5G, anti-vaccination effort, anti-non-genocide, so they kill me when I say the word genocide. So anyway, I'm against all that crap. So with all that being said, I'll see you at Alec, ALEC, space Whittier, WHITTIER, on Facebook. If you friend him, he'll friend you, and you can join the show. I have his permission to say that. With all that being said, I will see you guys on the other side. Again, I was just bored and just watching videos I like to watch. I'll do a show later, and we are going to cover Deborah Tavares, 5G, and all this nastiness. There's no other way to put it. So I'll see you guys over at Alec, and then I'll see you back here later on, probably at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Nick Daniels, thank you. I'm a Rate It You, thank you. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.